Okay, this is the garden. Joshua was like, why did you put a Christmas wreath on there? I'm gonna change it. Okay, so I have planted carrots, green beans, carrots, green beans, carrots, green beans, and I've replanted here and there because some of it hasn't grown and whatever. It's kind of patchy, but it's finally starting to like do okay. And then I've got pepper, jalapenos, a lot of jalapenos. Some are doing great, some are like super slow. Those are like crazy slow. I don't know why. I have tomatoes, peppers, more tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes, and this one's being a poop head for some reason. I don't know. I've like watered it a lot, and then I've backed off on watering it. I'm gonna add some fertilizer and see if that helps. And Joshua brought a hose from the garden all the way out here and then buried it there and then put a post here for me. I've got my peppers. My basil is crazy. I've never had this good of luck with basil when it's, oh hi, when it's this hot out, but I've harvested it twice already and it still like just keeps growing back like crazy. So I keep making pesto and freezing it. This and this, I've never grown this before, but it's rutabaga, and it's like just this root vegetable, and it's like a low carb version of potatoes if you cook it right. Like you can make fake fries. Anyway, so I have more peppers. I've harvested some radishes. I need to harvest the rest before they like croak on me. And then I've put like herbs between everything. Like there's herbs between all the tomato plants. Those are supposed to have potatoes in them, but I couldn't get my slips to grow and we planted them late, so I'm just gonna leave it. Like we'll do that next spring. And I have planted sunflowers all along the edge. A few of them have popped up. I have beets and rosemary, raspberry. There's some baby onions growing there, and then these are big onions. And then I have 3 blueberry bushes. I got them on clearance for $5 each, but they've been producing blueberries. We get a few blueberries a day, so that's kind of fun. And I planted dill here, but that's kind of struggling. So I planted some under my grow lights. Somebody left a toy out here. I put this seat here, and then I put that seat there so that Joshua can come visit me. I have kale, lettuce. We've eaten a ton of lettuce and it just keeps coming back. This is just a sacrificial plant. I should have planted it in the fall, which I'm gonna tear it out and replant it somewhere else in a couple months. But it's bok choy, kind of like baby bok choy. I have more onions, and then all of this is tomatoes, and I have herbs between them. I have cilantro and thyme, oregano, more basil. My cilantro has gone to seed, but it'll drop the seeds and replant itself and grow more, so I'm just leaving it. And then at the end of each tomato, I've done borage, which is these super pretty little purple flowers. They look kind of dull in the video, but they're like almost neon purple. They're really pretty. And they'll like kind of spread, but then they'll reseed themselves every year, and they attract like tomato pests, I guess, and keep them away from the tomato plants. Like you need to plant them close enough to the tomatoes, but they kind of keep them away. But then they also attract pollinators. So I have like 2 or 3 different kinds of tomatoes. These are doing really good. They're like above waist high. Those like, a Japanese beetle. I'm going to crush him. They grew like a few inches since last night. It's crazy. So then over here, I just have a flowering climbing plant right there. Then over here, I have a rosemary bush thing, and then these are strawberries in here. I transplanted these from the old owner's garden in the back, and they're seeming to do okay. But then I have asparagus along there, and then strawberries in between. So then in the center, I have, this is my favorite part. So I have mint over here, and then I have ginger, turmeric, and then that's marjoram, some kind of herb. And then I have spinach and lettuce growing under here. It's kind of sparse. I've replanted it, but I like it. It's growing up like almost to the top now on that side. But I have, let's see. I think this is a pumpkin. I think it's just one of those little sugar pie pumpkins. But there's watermelon on there, which is probably going to be like way overcrowded. There's pumpkin, yellow squash, zucchini, cucumbers, and then like the little tiny cucamelons, which I love those. And then I did plant beets there, but they got like way overshadowed. So I don't know, we'll see what happens there. And then on this side, I planted a row of green beans, and they're kind of getting crowded out. So I don't know, but that's it. I have some things growing under my grow lights, but in the next like 6 weeks or so, I'm gonna have like full-size plants that I'm gonna plant for my fall garden. But then I just put like a little trellis out here with my tools and stuff, and then I usually have my Michelle got me a garden colander. I usually have that hanging out here, but that's in the house right now because I used it for my lettuce yesterday. But anyways, I spend a lot of time out here. I love it. So that's it. It's Joshua started doing putting the posts up and stuff like 6 weeks ago, so it really has grown a ton in just 6 weeks. It's crazy. Anyways, that's all.